Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be playing with some new makeup. Actually, I have let all of these things pile up for this long just for this video. So we have some stuff from January's Boxy Charm in here. We have the new Jaclyn Hill highlighters. We have a BH Cosmetics, I think it's called Glowing in Grease palette that has a highlighter and blush in it. We have a new primer, new concealer, new mascara, new eyeshadows, all of that jazz. So really excited to sit down and play with all of this stuff with you guys and get our first impressions. So if you guys want to see what look I come up with, make sure you keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe, you know the drill. Hit the bell, turn on your notifications so you are notified every time I upload, and make sure you check out my social media. They are here on the screen as well as down in the description bar. Let's get on with the video, guys. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by moisturizing my face. As you guys can tell, my face, it's not having it this winter season, okay? My face looks gross and I'm aware, okay? I'm totally aware. It's disgusting. I probably shouldn't even put makeup over all of this just because my skin is so like over wearing makeup, but did you really think I wasn't? Did you really think I wasn't gonna put makeup on? A little bit of acne ain't gonna stop us. So for moisturizer, what I want to use is this. Actually came in January's Boxy Charm. This is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Sleeping Mask, and it's actually like a gel texture. I feel like this would be really great under makeup because it's just so, it absorbs right into the skin. It's so light and it has like a gel texture, like I said, so it feels really hydrating on the skin. As you guys can tell, when I put my finger in it, it almost just looks like water. That's what it feels like. It feels like water, and it smells, this is the watermelon one. It smells amazing, you guys. If you like watermelon, you are going to love this. Like I said, it doesn't leave any like greasiness on the face at all. It just absorbs right into your skin so nicely, and it leaves the skin super soft and smooth. Definitely really good for under your makeup. This is the mini version, and I believe this is about $22, so definitely get the mini version first instead of paying, I think it's $45 for the full size one, just to see if you like it and see how it reacts to your skin. But overall, I think this is going to be good for every skin type, and it definitely gets your skin ready for makeup. So I'm gonna go in with the eyes first. I don't have a new foundation to try out. I wanted to try out the new Wet n Wild Dewy foundation, but I can't find it anywhere, and I just I'm too lazy to order it, you know. So we're gonna start with the eyes since I don't have a new foundation to start with. The two palettes that I have here, this one is from January's Boxy Charm. This is from Ace Beauty. This is the Vintage Dawn palette. It's actually so beautiful. Like, I did a swatch of these on my Instagram stories and the swatches were really nice, but this is what this palette looks like. I also have this palette that this came in a Boxy Charm as well, I'm pretty sure. This is the I Love Serai. Is that how you say it? Serai? I hope that's how you say it. And Dose collaboration, and this is also really beautiful. Has such nice glitters. I think I'm gonna use this one definitely for like the lid shade, and then this one for more of the matte shades. But this is really beautiful. I'm gonna start by priming the eyes. You know, I'm just gonna go in with the P. Louise base, and I will be right back. All right, so I got my brows on. I just used the ColourPop brow pencil and the e.l.f. brow gel, the tinted brow gel. So I think the first palette that I'm gonna go in with is the Ace Beauty palette, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with this yellow shade right here. It's called Daybreak. It looks like it would be a really nice crease color, so I'm just gonna go in with a Morphe M573, just a nice blender brush. And I've already set my eyes with the P. Louise base. So basically I'm just gonna start stamping this in, and then we're gonna go in and blend it out once we have the color stamped on. I think for today's video, I'm just gonna do one eye on camera and one eye off, just because I feel like this video is gonna be really long and I wanna save some time for you guys, just because I have a lot of face products that I wanna go over. I'm just gonna do one eye on camera today. Normally I would do two, but again, I don't know if you guys want to see like 30-40 minute videos, and I feel bad making them that long if, you know, you don't want to watch them that long, so I try to stay within a certain range. I don't know what kind of look I'm going for today. Kind of something sunsetty. That's like the kind of vibe I get when I look at this palette. You know, you have your browns, your yellows, your oranges. It's just so pretty, you know. So here we have the yellow shade. You can see it's really bright. really pigmented actually. The next shade that I'm gonna go in with, this is the shade called Horizon. It's just the orange shade right next to it. It doesn't look as orange on camera as it does in person. It's actually a deep orange, kind of like a neon deep orange, but I'm just gonna go in with the same brush and kind of just go right over the same areas, kind of pat it down a little bit, and then I like to do windshield wiper motions, but you know what, girl? Do what you want to do. If you want to do circular motions, girl, do it. It don't matter as long as you like the final outcome. That is all that matters. You guys hear the airplane out there? I swear, the mic that I have is so good that I feel like it can pick up like any background noise. It's crazy. So in the palette, there is some fallout, but it's not a crazy amount, honestly. You guys know fallout doesn't bother me as long as the shadows perform well. That's all that matters for me personally. So the next shade that I'm going to go in with, this is called Grand Canyon. This is like a more deeper orange, kind of like a burnt orange compared to the other orange. And this one I'm just going to put on the outer corner here, and we're gonna blend that up into the crease. How is everybody's 2020 going? Like, it's so crazy how fast time flies. Like, I can't even believe it. If you guys have any New Year's resolutions, if you do, comment them down below. I would love to hear what you're gonna change this year, and I would love to hear about your progress too. For me, resolutions are hard. I just feel like I'm determined, right? But I feel like it's hard for me to stick to a resolution. So I try not to look at them as resolutions. I try to look at them as goals. You know, I have different goals in my mind that I want to achieve by the end of the year, and of course I hope I do. But I just feel like the term resolution just kind of, I feel like I back out when I think of that term. So I like to say my New Year's goals instead of resolutions. That's just me. I'm going back in with that yellow shade just because we kind of lost it in translation here from blending. Kind of like that, just adding that back in. And I think the color for the lid that I'm going to go in with today, this is from the I Love Sarai palette. It is, I want to say it's called Sun Glow. I think it's this gold shade in the middle, and I might even add some of this over top of it. I'm not good with reading the names on the back of palettes. I always get them like backwards, but I hope that was the right name. I'm going to take that on my finger. You guys can see really, really pretty, and just going to pat that right on the lid. You can see it blends really nicely, but we do have a ton of fallout. So because we have a ton of fallout, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take a flat shader brush. This one is from Moda Pro. I believe I got this in a BoxyCharm as well, and we are going to spray it with some Fix Plus, and this is just gonna help the glitter stick to the lid better from having a wet base. And I'm gonna take that a little bit up into the crease. This is just gonna mimic like that we have a cut crease without actually cutting the crease. This is what I like to do. This is my little hack versus cutting the crease, because I don't know, for me cutting the crease is like super challenging actually. So I try to do it like this instead. So this is the color. It's really, really pretty. And now I'm going to take the color that I showed next to it, like a lighter color, and I want to put that right in the middle just because I want to bring more attention to the middle of the eye. I want more light to hit the center. We're just applying that right in the center, just like that, for a little pop. And then I'm going to go back in with that deep orange shade just because you guys can see we kind of did lose it over here. And I'm just going to kind of pat that back on right on the outer corner. I'm just gonna tap over where the glitter is just to make it blend a little bit better, because I don't really want that harsh definite line between like the glitter and the shadow. So I'm just gonna pat over that a little bit. And this is what the eye is looking like. I think I'm gonna stop here maybe for now, and I'm gonna do the other eye off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here is kind of what the eyes are looking like. They look a little crazy because one, they don't match my shirt, and two, I don't have any false lashes or mascara on, but I do have a new mascara here to try. This was in the BoxyCharm for this month as well. It's called Grande Drama Intense Thickening Mascara with Castor Oil. I hear castor oil is actually really good for like your lashes and your brows, but it smells really bad. Oh god, it smells really bad. I just poked my eye. Cool. I did not curl my lashes, just so you know. I just like to see how mascara kind of lifts the lashes the first time I use it by itself. I just like to see. This does give a pretty good lash lift, but my lashes are pretty straight, so it's not as good as it would be if you had a lash curler or if you used one. But it's good for definitely setting your lashes for some falsies. The brush is pretty big as well, which I don't mind, but it's hard using a really big brush on my lower lashes because I just get it all over my skin and my under eye area. But this isn't bad, honestly. On its own, I don't think it's bad at all. I think it's really lifting the lashes. I think it could do a better job of separating them because it's kind of getting a little bit clumpy. But I'm just gonna apply basically this much. I'm really not gonna go like overboard with it just because nobody's gonna see the mascara anyway. You know, we're gonna be putting the false lashes over it, so those are the star of the show. So I'm just gonna take the Salon Perfect 661 lashes. You guys know I always use these. They're honestly one of the best drugstore lashes you can buy. I already have mine trimmed, but when you get them, you do have to trim them, of course, and then apply the glue and apply them. I'm gonna do all that off camera just to save us some time, so I will be right back. Okay, so I have the lashes on. These are so beautiful. One of my favorite pairs of lashes from the drugstore. You might ask why I don't go pretty much all the way into the inner corner, and it's just because I have really sensitive eyes. So if I go further than this into the inner corner, I can feel them every time I blink, like poking my eyes. So personally for me, I'd rather start them further towards the center of my lid, but it's all about personal preference. You know, it might feel comfortable for you if you apply them this way, or if you apply them a little bit further in, it's all up to you. So now we're gonna start with the face. This is my favorite part, of course. I got this in a BoxyCharm. I don't know what month this was in, but this is the Pretty, I think it's called Pretty Fitter, I think is what's on the box. But this is a glassy skin balm from Touch and Soul. The packaging is really pretty. It's like a holographic. It's all in Korean, so you can't really like read most of the things on it, but here it says on the back, an ultra hydrating priming skin balm with a sensationally smooth texture that melts into your skin and creates the ultimate glow that lasts throughout the day. And you know, my skin could use all the glow it can get because it's super, super dry right now. So I am really excited to try this. It comes in like a cute little pink packaging. It smells really good. It smells fresh. So we're just going to apply some of this to the face. Right off the bat, it feels like a gel. It feels like a moisturizer. It smells. It smells so good. I feel like my face looks kind of greasy right now, but I think that this product will definitely like absorb into the skin. You guys can see it definitely does leave a really radiant glow on the skin. It feels kind of sticky as well. The more I rub it in though, the greasier it's starting to feel. So I kind of don't like that. But yeah, this is what it looks like. Definitely does leave the skin really glowy. But I feel like in person, if I'm being honest, it kind of looks oily compared to glowy, but that's just me. I don't have a new foundation to try, unfortunately. I really wanted to get my hands on the brand new Wet n Wild Dewy Photo Focus foundation, but I can't find it anywhere in stores, and you know, I'm just too lazy to order it right now. I will do a review on it, of course, if I get my hands on it, but I'm just going to skip doing my foundation on camera just because I don't have a new one to try. So I will be right back and then we will continue with the face. You guys, this primer, this glassy balm, it's too much. Like, it's making it like so hard for me to blend my foundation, and my skin is like hella itchy right now, so that also sucks. You guys can see the skin looks like trash. Like, it just, I don't like this. It just made my skin, like, it made the foundation so much harder to blend, and it just looks like it's just sitting on my skin. It does, like, the foundation's not like soaking in or like blending into the skin very well, and it's not the foundation's fault because I love the foundation. I use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus stick foundation and it works so well for me, but with this is a no for me because I can't blend my foundation very well. So I have two concealers here actually. The first one is from Pretty Vulgar. This was in this month's BoxyCharm. This is in the shade Little White Lies, I think. Undercover This is from Pretty Vulgar, like I said. And then I also have the NYX Born to Glow Radiant Concealer. I'm really excited for this one. I got this in the shade Alabaster, so I'm definitely looking forward to this for sure. So I don't know if this Pretty Vulgar one is gonna match me just because it came in my BoxyCharm, but we'll see. It looks a little bit dark. Actually, it looks really dark. So let's blend that out first. Oh yeah, way too dark. Okay, we're not gonna go in with that anymore. I'm actually just gonna put the NYX Born to Glow concealer over top of that, just because you can see it's like obviously darker over here. What I think is interesting about this one is it has like one of those soft fuzzy tips. How do you get the product to come out? Do you just squeeze it? Yeah, you do. You just squeeze it and then like, yo. The product just comes out of the tip there. That's so cool. So I'm just gonna apply this, just this much to both eyes, and I'm going to apply it all over my horrible blemishes I have going on right now. I don't know what's been going on with my texture. I used 2 foundations that I had in my collection, and I just removed them from my collection because I'm pretty sure that's what broke me out. One of those 2 foundations, so not going to use those anymore. But I'm going to go in and blend these out. I'm just going to blend out the blemish ones first and let the concealer kind of sit under the eyes a little bit. You can see it blends out really nicely. And I think the shade is actually a good match for me. So if you are fair toned like me and similar in skin color, I think Alabaster would work really well for you. So I'm going to start blending it under the eyes. You guys can see it's blending out really nicely. It's pretty brightening under the eye, which I don't particularly like a bright under eye, but you know what? Sometimes it's necessary, I feel. It blends so nice. Definitely is full coverage. I can tell dark circles where. I'm obviously going to have to use this more to kind of see if I like it, but so far, it's pretty good. Blends out really nice. It doesn't feel like drying or like tight under the eyes. You know, some concealers can kind of feel like that. I think this match is perfect for me. This color matches me really well. And you guys can see it took away all of my dark circles. Yeah, so I really like how that turned out. Of course, I don't like the face makeup because of the primer. So my under eyes look good, but everything else looks so terrible. So I'm gonna just go in and powder and do my bronzer off camera, and I'll be right back. Actually, you know what? Let me do my bronzer on camera because I raved about this brush a while ago and now I recently went back to it. This is the Morphe M530. I was using a Wet n Wild brush. I didn't even powder my face. What am I talking about? Oh my god, hold that thought. I was really about to be out here putting on powder bronzer without setting my face. Who am I? Anyway, like I was saying, I used to rave about this brush and I finally have gone back to it. This is the Morphe M530. I was using a Wet n Wild brush, but I just feel like my face is so small that I should honestly use a smaller brush, and that's what I'm using this for. Just fits into the cheekbones really, really nicely. I realize that the more products I put on my face, the worse my foundation gets. Like, y'all, I do not recommend this primer that I used. I don't know what is in it that it's like making my foundation nasty. But Touch and Soul, we gotta talk because this is unacceptable. Like, I just feel like everything over top is so hard to blend. Like, even my bronzer, look, it's like, it's so hard to blend. But at least the eyes look good. So I'm not even gonna contour today. We're just gonna do some bronzer. But for blush, I actually have 2 blush palettes here. The first one is the Catrice X Amon blush palette. Look how beautiful this is. You can't tell me you don't want to put this on your face. Okay, this is so beautiful. I'm gonna go in with this. The other palette that I have is the Glowing in Grease palette from BH Cosmetics. And y'all, I want to use them both. I really do. Here's this one. Really pretty nude and corally color blushes, but I think I'm gonna use one on one side and one on the other, to be honest, just because I really want to use them both. So for this side over here, I'm just gonna mix Luxor and Shisha, I hope is how you say that. And we're just going to apply it. I've actually heard many great things about this. I know one of my favorite YouTubers. She's also from Pennsylvania. I literally mention her on my channel all the time. Her name's Juicy Jazz. She raves about this. So you guys can tell it looks so beautiful. Ooh, look at that like corally nude kind of. Ooh, I love it. And on the next side, she also raves about this palette too. I'm gonna mix Peros and Mykonos together, and we are going to apply that over here. Ooh, you guys can see I barely tapped in, and I went a little overboard, didn't I? Yeah, I sure did. My cheeks obviously aren't the same color, but like, they don't look bad. They look kind of good, I think. I'm just gonna go back over each spot with the sponge a little bit, just to kind of pipe it down a little bit, tone it down, just like that. But ooh, that looks so pretty. Both sides look really, really good. I think this side I kind of went in a little too heavy-handed with. This side kind of looks better now that we've kind of went over it with our sponge again. For highlighter, I did put up a video on my channel of the Jaclyn Hill highlighters. If you guys didn't see that, make sure you check it out. But these highlighters, I have the loose, the extreme one, and the palette one. This is the flash. They're both so beautiful. So if you can get your hands on them, do it. If not, no big deal. There's so many affordable drugstore versions that are just as good as this, actually, because these are a little bit pricey, but these are so beautiful. I'm gonna go in with the flash palette, and I'm actually just gonna mix Gleam and Sparks together. This one is Gleam, this one is Sparks, and they just give like such a beautiful glow to the skin. If you guys can see that, I hope you can. Like, look how blinding that is, you guys. It's definitely more of like a wet highlighter, so if you are looking for a subtle highlighter look, this highlighter is probably not for you, just because it is so blinding and pigmented. I love it. And the color Gleam, which is kind of like the more whitey gold color, that is definitely going to complement your skin tone if you are fair like I am. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to go in and finish the lower lash line off. I think for the lower lash line, I'm going to go in with the I Love Sarai palette and use this brown right here. I think this is called, well, I don't know how to pronounce that, so I'm not even gonna try, but it's a dark brown shade, and I'm just gonna use the same brush that I used before, but I'm just gonna wipe it off in my color switch. If you guys don't have a color switch and you do eyeshadow looks, you need to get one. This one's from Sephora, but you honestly don't need to spend the money at Sephora to get one of these. You can probably even like hand make it yourself, but there are affordable ones now, whereas when I got that one years ago, like they weren't a thing yet. But yeah, there's still like your brush might be stained, but it like removes all the eyeshadow from your brush, so you can go in and use a new eyeshadow. So I'm just going to put this right under the lower lash line. I'm just going to try to keep it as close to the lash line as possible. I don't really like doing too much on the lower lash line, to be honest. I kind of just like using like one or two colors and that's it. So I think I'm just going to only use this color. I love how the lower lash line just kind of brings the whole look together. The lashes that you put on and the lower lash line just always make the look so much better. For the inner corner highlight, I'm actually gonna go in with the Glowing in Grease palette. I wanted to use the highlighter in this anyway, and I forgot, so we're gonna use that for the inner corner and the brow bone highlight. I'm really excited for this. This highlighter that I'm using, it's called Athens, and you guys can see, ooh, really blinding. Pretty though. Kind of looks like a nudie, kind of pinky gold in the palette here, but it's really pretty. Actually, I'm gonna apply some to the bridge of my nose here too. And right on the tip of my nose. I know I already applied highlighter there, but listen, you can never have too much highlighter, okay? Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to apply some of that mascara to the bottom lashes. I don't think this will be very well for the bottom lashes just because the applicator is so big, but we will try. I'm just gonna do just that. I really don't like putting a lot of product on my lower lash line because my lashes are so long that it will fade and like kind of flake throughout the day onto my skin. So I don't like to apply a lot of mascara to my lower lash line. So that for me is enough. And I have a new setting spray actually. This is from Milk Makeup. This is called their Blur Spray. It says matte makeup setting spray instantly minimizes the appearance of pores and provides a soft focused blur effect on all skin tones. Invisible mist sets makeup all day, infused with lychee, I hope is how you say it, and organic goji, leaving skin soft and hydrated. So I find it ironic that it says it's a matte setting spray, but it leaves the skin hydrated. I feel like that kind of counteracts the whole matte description that they're giving, but we will see. So we're just gonna shake her on up. I think I got this in a BoxyCharm as well. Not this month, but I'm pretty sure I got it in a BoxyCharm. And we're just gonna spray it on the face. Ooh. Oh, I got it in my mouth. Oh. Oh god, that tastes really bad. It also smells like menthol to me. Not my favorite smell. Definitely doesn't smell good to me. And I got it in my mouth and it tasted worse than it smells. If that makes you feel better. If that kind of accurately describes how it smells and how it tastes. So for the lips, I have a few lip ideas here. I kind of only have like pinky colors here. Like I have this color from ColourPop. It's in the shade Times Square. I don't know if this will really match. I do have two from L'Oreal Infallible. This is in the shade Angora and this one's in the shade Nudist. But when I tried these on, they didn't dry. They didn't dry matte. Like they just transferred the whole time. So I don't really like these personally, but it might be all we got. So I think I'm just gonna go in with the ColourPop one and hope it looks good together. I have two lip pencils here from ColourPop. These are really, really good. The first one I have here is in the color BFF. It's kind of just like a nude, your everyday nude color. And then I have the shade Oh Snap, which is more of like a mauve nude, like a mauve tone. So I'm gonna go in with BFF here and just line my lips. I'm literally no expert at lining my lips, so like it's not gonna be perfect. Like I really suck at it, okay? Just a heads up. Okay, so I got my lips lined, kind of. This is like as good as it gets, okay? I'm new at this, so I'm not really like a lip person, so we're just gonna go with what we got. This is a beautiful color and it dries down so nicely. All right, you guys, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys like the look. I love the way the eyes turned out. They look so good. I love a good sunset smoky eye. They're just fall vibes, you know, even though it's winter. I love fall makeup vibes, all that stuff. I really liked most of these products. Really the only one that I hated with a passion was this primer. Like my skin still looks like crap, I feel, because of the primer, so I'm never going to be using that primer again. If you do decide to get any of these products, I would get everything except the primer. I like the Glam Glow. I think this is really great for under your makeup. The blushes are by far my favorite, hands down, from BH Cosmetics and Catrice. Those blushes performed so well and I barely even tapped into it, so I love the blushes. The highlighter, of course, the Jaclyn Hill highlighter. You guys know I already raved about that on my channel, so naturally my opinion's still the same. I still do love it. The lip liners are great, and this, I'm really excited to keep using this. I think it's a great shade match for me, and it really didn't crease that much under my eyes. As you guys can see, like I don't have any creasing under my eyes with this. I really love this concealer. I'm always looking for more radiant concealers just because my under eyes are so dry and I just don't like that cakey looking feeling under my eyes. So I really like this. I can't wait to keep playing with it. The setting spray, I don't know if I like it. I mean, obviously my face doesn't look any better since I've sprayed it on just because of how it already looked, but I'm definitely gonna keep using this to see if I like it. This, I wanted to like this, but it was way too dark for me. It looks really light in the bottle in my opinion, but once it's applied, it just gets darker, so I don't like that at all, so I can't use that unfortunately. But the mascara, it's not bad. I wanted to mention when I was putting on my false eyelashes, this dries really fast, which I like. I hate waiting for mascara to dry. It's just such an inconvenience to me, so I don't mind this. It's actually not that bad at all. So yeah guys, that is it for today's video. I really hope you guys like the look. If you do, give the video a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell, turn on those notifications, and make sure you check out my social media links. They are down in the description bar. I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!